It's Jaunti, boy.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jaunti. Welcome back to the channel. I am back with a new video. And man, when it comes to some free stuff, you know I like to make a video about it, right? Free stuff, it just sounds so convenient now, does it? Before we get into that, I'd like to say thank you to those who has recently subscribed. Mucho gusto. If you're new to the channel, you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of new videos once I upload them. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Smash the like button for your boy. I will always appreciate you. On top of that, Waves just dropped a free plugin pack. And I think it consists 6 or 7 plugins if I'm not mistaken. I know every once in a year they drop the free plugin on Black Friday, but this is the first time that I know of that they actually dropped a whole entire pack. I don't know about you guys, but we're going to see what free plugins they actually gave to us. So let's check it out. All right, guys, we're in Pro Tools, and this is a record that I recently mixed. I decided to use the plugins that were given for free from Waves and put it on here. You see what they sound like. I decided to use AudioTrack for this, and the first one that I use is called Lil Tube. This came out like a couple of years ago as a free plugin, and it gives you a little bit of saturation. And this is what I use right here. I just use it like between 4 and 5, just give it a little bit of drive, and this is what it sounded like without.
Think about that cream, I think about that cheese. Money walking with $1,200 on my feet. Feeling like Houdini, got some tricks straight up my sleeves. Really hating on me just on what I achieve.
And that's what I did. You know, it wasn't too much for me to do. Lil Tube is more like a little drive / saturation type of plugin. I just add just a little bit. I kept the sensitivity to normal. I didn't want to go crazy with it. And after this, we're going to go to the next one. Or for this one, this is like reverb. This is called the IR Live. And for this one right here, this is like one of the strongest reverb plugins from Waves, in my opinion. And all I did was I used it as an insert. I didn't put it on the AudioTrack because I wanted to test it out and see how it's going to sound if I add it as an insert. I didn't use any presets at all. I might choose a preset, whatever stands out to me a little bit close to what I'm looking for, then I might tweak the knobs a little bit. But I just use whatever came to my ear. I tweak it from there, and this is what it sounds like without.
Think about that cream, I think about that cheese. Money walking with $1,200 on my feet. Feeling like Houdini, got some tricks straight up my sleeves. Really hating on me just on what I achieve.
Now, it's not too much reverb. I can add just a little bit by turning up the mix just a little bit, but must I remind you, if I leave it on wet, this is what it sounds like. I might leave it on 100% in an AudioTrack, but since I have it as an insert, you know, it's going to stay on there 100% of the time. So I want to turn it down a little bit, make it a little bit dry.
Think about that cream, I think about that cheese. Money walking with $1,200 on my feet. Feeling like Houdini, got some tricks straight up my sleeves. Really hating on me just on what I achieve.
And that's all I need. That's all I need. We're going to go to the next one. Now, the next one is an EQ. It's called the VEQ3. For this one right here, I necessarily use on my beats. I might slap it on a kick every now and then to make it stand out a little bit more in the low end. But this is what it sounds like with the vocals. Without.
Think about that cream, I think about that cheese. Money walking with $1,200 on my feet. Feeling like Houdini, got some tricks straight up my sleeves. Really hating on me just on what I achieve.
And that's all I did right there. Most people that I know of would rather use an EQ that shows the frequency spectrum. And all I'm doing is I'm using my ears. That's all you have to do. You can use this using your studio monitors or using a headphone. Some very good headphones where you can hear everything 100%. Gives you more clarity and sounds much more clearer so you can hear out what you're doing. This is what I did. I turned on the high pass filter, went around 50 kilohertz. And this one particularly, I did focus on the mid frequencies because I want those to stand out a little bit more. But I did do some cutting in this one. What we're going to do is the pack also contains another EQ where we're going to use it for some additive EQ. So let's go to the next one. which is a compressor. It's called the V-Comp. And this is a popular plugin from Waves. For this one right here, I didn't do too much at all. For the ratio, I put it from 4:1. I didn't leave the de-esser on because I like to use 2 de-essers on my vocals. One at the very beginning of my vocal chain and one at the very end, but just a little bit. So me, I might use more than one compressor, and I'll tell you about that later on. So for this one right here, this is what it sounds like without.
Think about that cream, I think about the cheese. Money walking with $1,200 on my feet. Feeling like Houdini, got some tricks straight up my sleeves. Really hating on me just on what I achieve.
Doesn't sound too bad, right? It compresses at a very steady level. That's all I'm looking for. On to the next one.
On to the next one. On to the next one.
Now, the next one we're going to be covering, it is the next EQ that I referred to you guys earlier. It's called an AudioTrack. And for this one, I added another high-pass filter, and I just did some additive EQ. So whatever sounds good to me in my ears, I boost that just a little bit. So this is what it sounds like without.
Think about that cream, I think about the cheese. Money walking with $1,200 on my feet. Feeling like Houdini, got some tricks straight up my sleeves. Really hating on me just on what I achieve.
It's just a little slight difference, as you can hear the brightness in the vocals just a little bit, because if you turn it up too much, it's going to bring out the bad frequencies that you got rid of in the first place, like your sibilance, because the sibilance it stays in the high frequencies of your vocals, and you want to take that out. So whenever you boost up in the high frequencies, just be extra careful. On to the next one, and the next one we're going to be covering is the GTR Solo tool rack. And basically, it's more like an amplifier. So if you open this as an insert and you don't add anything in these columns at all, it's going to give you distortion. Like as you can see, I don't have nothing here. Once I play the vocal back.
Think about that cream, I think about the cheese. Money walking with $1,200 on my feet.
Now, with this particular mixing session, we're not going to add this plugin onto the vocals because the artist doesn't want that. Chorus, delay, distortion, EQ, you can add all of that in this plugin, and it's going to give you some type of distortion sound. You could give it overdrive, a phaser, pitcher, reverb. It has a lot to contain. So you can add a chorus. Let's see what else. EQ, and let's use gate compressor. Let's see how it sounds.
Think about that cream, I think about the cheese. Money walking with $1,200 on my feet. Feeling like Houdini, got some tricks straight up my sleeves. Really hating on me just on what I achieve.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. All right, last but not least, this is the Flow Motion plugin. Unfortunately, I'm not able to use it because I don't have my equipment turned on. I don't necessarily make beats on Pro Tools, so I didn't feel like switching from one DAW to the next just to show you guys this. But it's more like a sound designing type of plugin. I never used it before, but hey, it's given away for free. Why not grab it? And it has a whole bunch of sounds. You could tweak and create your own sounds. You could design your own sounds, and there's so much to cover here. You have your ADSR, you have your envelopes, we have isolators, a whole bunch. Take advantage of it. Now, for this record alone, I did use the plugins that were contained in the free pack, along with some other plugins. I might have used 1 or 2 compressors of my own choosing. It doesn't have to necessarily have to be either from Waves or from anyone else. You can even use your own stock plugins. As long as you know what you're doing, you create that sound that you're looking for. That's all that matters. This is what it sounds like.
Think about that cream, I think about the cheese. Money walking with $1,200 on my feet. Feeling like Houdini, got some tricks straight up my sleeves. Really hating on me just on what I achieve. I'm in beast mode.
And that's how it came out. As long as you know what you're doing, you'll be good. These plugins are free. Why not take advantage of it? Guys, let me know in the comment section below if you guys want to grab these or not. Which one is your favorite out of the pack? But until then, it's your boy Jaunti. I'm signing off. You guys have a good one. I love you. God loves you more. Stay blessed. And peace out.